Hello everyone and welcome back to this YouTube channel. So today we are going to learn database management system. And what exactly is database? Database is a collection of data related to an organization. Data is collection of facts and figures. All this process data from any company, any organization collected together is called information. So many companies around the world, organizations, schools and colleges, we have a lot of data. We have employee data, student data, assistant data, and many data related, client data, and everything related. And all of this data is stored in a database. So you might ask, what is exactly the difference between spreadsheet that we have and this database? So a spreadsheet is an application for tabulating data. And database where it is stored and it can be retrieved to with only simple commands. A spreadsheet is a table used to store various types of data. A database offers an organized mechanism for storing, managing, and retrieving data. A spreadsheet is edited by people around the globe, but a database is accessed by application which enters and can be edited. A spreadsheet stores less data as compared to a database, and a database stores much more data compared to a spreadsheet. And there is a lot of difference, and this difference can go on and on. Fields is a single unit of information in a table. And a record is a set of data fields for one row in a table. So you can see this. We have this first name, last name, address, city, and age in a table. So these the entire table where it consists of these columns and the values, that is this one single row that is intact into a blue color box is the row. So this is one record. Then the next record we have Bat, Wonder, Donald, Bugs, Willy, Cat, and Tweety. And all this can go on and on. So our Instagram data, Facebook data, Twitter data, and Twitter tweets, and all of this is stored in a database just like this. And one column that we can say is the first name is one column. So all these values that fall into the first name is the column. Similarly, we have right now on our table, we have 5 columns and we have 8 rows. So now we go to the different types of commands. That is data manipulation language, DML, DDL, that is data definition language, and DCL, that is data control language. We will see in depth. And now, of course, we have to learn something, and we can never learn by just listening. We need to have some hands. So let's have it. DDL commands are create, drop, alter, rename, and truncate. So now I'm going to open my Oracle database where we have here. And you can use any SQL server like Microsoft SQL, Oracle, or you can use Live SQL, Oracle, you can use SQL compiler, online compiler, you can use anything and all will work. So now I'm going to open my Oracle connection. And while opening, it will prompt me for a username and password. Type the username and password here. Once we're done, it will open the SQL script for us where we can edit our SQL scripts. We can even write new scripts. Okay, friends, so this opened up the Oracle SQL developer. And now we will write some SQL queries to find out what exactly happens. So this is a development server right now. So that's the reason we have not created any tables, but there are tables inbuilt. So how do we find that? So by just writing this query, select star from user tables, and when we run it, we will see that all of these tables here turn out to be. So yes, so we have a lot of tables here, and we will be taking one of these tables. So let's try to take the employee table. So select star from employee, and when you do employee, they will show you that there is an HR.employees table. Okay. This is the HR.employees table, and when we run this, we will see that yes, the employees table contains of employee ID, first name, last name, email, phone number, hire date, job ID, salary, commission, PCT, manager ID, and department ID. So now we will want to work on this table. So we are learning DDL commands. So that is data definition language. So the first one was create table, and then it was drop table, truncate, rename, and alter. So let's try to create a table. Create table employee, and syntax goes like this. So create table employee, where the name will be var_char2. We can give 50 characters inside. Next one can be age. We have to give number for it. And we can give salary, which counts number. And one more attribute, say if we give email ID. Okay. Your variables, that is the name, age, salary, email ID, cannot contain white spaces. As you see in this employee table that actually is inbuilt, there is no white space in these column names, and that's not allowed because that will create an error for us. Okay, var_char2 50. Now the main part is that we just hope it runs. So I think create, yes. Table employee created, and that is your first success. Okay, now we want to insert into this table employee. So let's try to insert into employee something that we will want to insert. Insert values. We have to insert in a correct way. That will be name, age, salary, and email ID. So name, we will put it in the inverted commas, simple inverted commas. We will give a name and tria to it. And age should be 22 if we don't. And salary should be like 10. And the other email ID is again a var_char2, so it should come in inverted comma. So let's give it something like D'Souza@gmail.com. Okay. So I think we're done with this, and this should run. We have to close the inverted commas, and this should run. I doubt because we have not given values to the employee, but it should run. Exactly. One row inserted. Now we want to check that row. So how do we check it again? Select star from employee. Oh, employee is. And I think this too should work. Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, employee. Just feeling that the spelling mistake in employee occurred. And we are done with it. So this is the way we make tables. So we created first a table named employee. We took the columns name, age, salary, and email ID. Then we inserted some values into it, and to check that we ran the select statement. Now I think we really want to rename a table. So let's try renaming. Rename employee to M table. So let's see how this goes. Rename. Table rename. So now if I run this statement again, that is this, I think we should get an error because the statement does not exist. This table does not exist. Absolutely. And now if I put this table here, exactly. So we have also understood the rename command, the select, the insert into, and the create table command. Now probably we want to know about alter table. So alter table okay, change the name. So table, and what would we want to do? Alter table employee ID. What should we do? Should we add another column? So add age is there, phone number. So how we make the columns is just that way, that we add it into alter table. Table altered, and again if we run this statement, we get it. Since there is nothing right now in the phone number, so it will show us none. But we also want to learn the alter table command to drop a column. So let's try alter table table for dropping this column. So drop phone number, and this should drop the phone number. This should delete the phone number here. Okay, so when we run this, you will see that it exists and it will be null. Okay, now we'll add more values just so that we can update a column with a where condition and even run the select statement using the where statement for conditions. So let's try to add another name. And let's change this to, and let's run this other more times so that we can insert more values. And okay, I think we should run this super fast right now. We will be able to run the where clause. Okay, oh, this table does not exist. I'm so sorry. And so we got this 3 rows inserted, that is 1 row inserted 3 times written. Now we will run the select statement, so only we can run the where clause. Okay, so we got 4 records right now in our table, and I will want to run this statement with the where clause. So where name is equal to Rita. So this is the way if we want a specific record to be shown to us, where we want only that name, it will be given to us. And if there is nothing, it won't return anything to us. And we got Rita. We can even show it like where salary greater than, okay, we've put all 10,000. So let's try putting less greater than 10,000, and this should return nothing to us because we don't have any employee having salary greater than 10,000. Okay, let's try to put a little change here where we have phone number greater than 10,000. So probably this would return only a few records to us. And it has not, yes, that is right. So considering this, we are done with SQL basic queries. Thank you and see you in the next video.